And yes, another musical evening. I can say not musical evening, but planning for a fantastic musical evening is happening right now. Samit ji is here with us. Again, one more time, Samit ji, namaskar, namaste, and welcome to Start Darbar one more time because I really want to start our chat quickly. So another thing is coming in my mind as you were saying this, that like one song from Dil, that is, I don't know if it is the title song. No, I don't think it is the title song. So the sequence was like this, that Madhuri Dixit ji and Amir Khan ji, they are going away from their home, and the song you have written, that is मुझे
हमने
नींद
घर
ना आए,
छोड़ा
मुझे
है,
चैन ना आए, है ना? तो मुझे
हमने
नींद
घर
ना
छोड़ा है
आए,
रस्मों को।
हाँ, मुझे चैन ना आए और ना जाने कहाँ दिल खो गया। ये जो वर्ड्स है, इसको लाइक किस तरह से आपने इसको collectively, like it was so beautiful the way you have put it together, because that time I was so young and I couldn't really realize the words or the meaning that time. I used to just hum the tune, but now as I listen to it again and again and again, I feel that warmth in the words, that beautiful feeling in those words, कि हालत क्या है, कैसे तुझे बताऊं मैं, करवट बदल बदल के रात बिताऊं मैं. So ये जो सारे वर्ड्स है, आप मुझे इतना बता दीजिए कि एक सीक्वेंस, चलो आपको तो डायरेक्टर सब ने दे दिया कि ठीक है समीर जी, आप ऐसे I mean this is the thing and you write it, but how you, like, I can say that how you choose the words, like to write. I mean, this is so I don't have words. I have lost it totally. I need your answer, Samir ji.
Before answering you, I want to ask one question. How do you can tell कि when I was young, you felt you are old now? I think you are looking more than younger. So first of all, you take your answer back, because I can't believe and I will never admit that you are now become older. That you should never feel. Age is just number, and you should always feel nice. The way you say, that feeling comes ki how you write this word, mujhe neend na aaye. That was not my word. That was your expression. What you told, the way you told me, you asked me. That is the answer. From there, I get that thoughts and that inspirations. And that question looked very suspicious also. You are trying to ask me some question, which is definitely I'm not going to answer also. What is the story behind how these words comes in your mind? So I can tell you कि Sahir Saab told me कि whatever you will put inside, that is the only thing which you can get it outside. So first of all, I have to go through with all the process, with love, with break, with separation, with pain, with tears, with happiness, with all the mood. Because the poets has to go through all these circumstances. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Then when I will write, things looks fake, So I can't tell that I was not in love. I was very much in love with someone, and finally there is a huge story. But those were my inspirations, and till now, when I close my eyes, I can go in that trance and I can write. And that was my youth also. So poet never get old, We still, I'm feeling, I'm talking to you, but I still feeling if I will get some subjects like Dil, I can write better than Dil nowadays. So the question is not that. That is only my that's how I told you only in the beginning. This is not the question of words. This is the question of thoughts. How you are putting your feelings in your words. That is you. And that only you can do justice with that. See, and there is also very interesting story behind this song. मुझे नींद ना आए, मुझे चैन ना आए. When Mr. Inder Kumar, the director of the film, first time he heard the song and he told me, कि यार समीर, very good song, but the only two line I'm not liking. I told, which one? He told कि मुझे नींद ना आए, मुझे चैन ना आए. मैंने बोला why? Because बोले this thought comes in so many songs. So it is that it didn't look like a new. There is not a very fresh thought. I think, okay, if you feel like, give me a day, let me have second thought on that, then I will come tomorrow and I will discuss. And I tried also. I tried to write something different on that, but I was never getting happy and I was not very much satisfied. So next day I went there and I say, Hindu, it is not possible because I tried. And he has given me lots of example also. You see this, the same thoughts, but the other person has wrote in very different ways. So you should. And there was the time when he decided, we have to scrap this song. Because he was so much rigid and he was telling, if these words are there, I'm not going to record. And even then I told you it's better than you take somebody else and move ahead. Then after that, he came with 7-8 people, his assistant and cameraman and dialogue writer and relative. And when Anand Milin sang this song, they jumped. They said, yaar, no, it's sounding very nice, yaar, let's move with that. After that also, he was not convinced. He said, okay, if everybody is liking what I will do, let's record the song. I will shoot the song. But in film, if this song is not going to work, I will cut it from the film. And on that basis, he recorded this song and that song became a cult. And after that, he never ever argue with me. And he says, that only he understands that there is not a question of words. There are the question of thoughts. What thoughts behind these words?
My goodness. समीर जी, एक बात तो मैं बोलना चाहूंगी अभी, that all your songs, the way you have written is, of course, that's like a magic. And also on screen, you have seen, or my viewers, you have seen, like those beautiful, gorgeous women are singing, all those numbers. And of course, the gentlemen, the actors, they are also there. So, मैं ये बात पूछना चाहूंगी कि who is your favorite actor or actress?
Definitely, actress, so I can immediate name that Madhuri Dixit, no doubt about it. My all-time favorite actress is Madhuri ji. But for actor, if you'll ask me, I am the biggest fan of Amitabh Bachchan, no doubt about it. But after that generation, I liked everyone. I can't pinpoint one person, Amir Khan, Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, because I worked with each and everyone. They all have got their own personality, their own style, and I have given everyone very successful songs. And you just name it's Salman or Shah Rukh or Amir or Govinda. Even with Govinda, I have wrote so many songs and all songs were very successful. So I can't pinpoint one actor whom I can tell that he is my favorite actor.
Absolutely right, Sameerji. But we're gonna go back a little now because I just want to touch that part where you just said that that Raagiinii, this the way we write and the poet they write, it's totally different. It's a different league, different genre. So and also in that writing, I do believe that in that genre, not a lot of time a lyricist can come or join in. So have you ever thought anything about it where you ever like emotional about it? Because you are also a poet, right? You are also writing. So have you ever were emotional about any reason?
I never felt anything bad because from very beginning, I want to become a lyricist only. I was never ever thought that I should become a literature person, I should write poetry, because I was the biggest fan of all these songwriters, and from even my father was very successful. So I felt, I'm not going to write poetry, I'm going to write lyrics. So now I will tell what is the difference between poem and lyrics. See, poets, they are the open, they are the free to write whatever they want. But we lyricists never, ever. Because they writes whatever they want. There is not a boundary, there is not any selector, there is not any tune. And they can write whatever they think, whatever they thought, whatever the way they want to write. But here, see, we always write on some story, some characters are there, there are some tune, there are the selectors. It is so difficult that you have to satisfy each and every one, because the director who is directing the film, he doesn't know even 1% about poetry. He doesn't know 1% about music, but he is the boss. He is the selector. So first of all, you have to diagnose it. You have to become a doctor. What he wants. How anybody can write somebody else thoughts, what he wants, and I have to write. Whatever you are thinking, how I can think what you are thinking. How I can satisfy you, and I can give you answer. So that is the most tedious job. That is the most difficult thing. I felt, I wrote this song mind blowing, but the moment director hear it, he said, yaar, it's not working. Maza nahi, ganti nahi baji. It is not good. Okay, because he is paying you, he is paymaster. You have to satisfy him. Then we have to move again and again and again. So this is the biggest difference between poem and lyricist. Because to write what other want is not an easy task. So that is these things I understand when I enter in this industry. Previously, I was thinking, however, I was writing poetry, I can write the same way film and film writing. No. There is not. It's lots of difference. Even the technicality is difficult. It is when I will give you an example. That the same day my two biggest hit film released. If you will compare the songs, you will be shocked how one writer can write these two type of songs. And that was Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and Bade Miyan Chote Miyan. You just compare and just see the color of music. Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was pure love story, and Bade Miyan Chote Miyan was biggest comedy and full entertainer and commercial film. And there was the David Zahn, and here the Karan Johar. So I have to first of all understand. If I will not, I will never ever make them satisfy, and I will be never able to become a successful songwriter. So first of all, my IQ should be that strong. I should understand. And all these things I learned from my father. During that sittings, when I was going with him, and during that period, he was working with R.D. Burman, Lakshmikant Pyarelal, Bappi Lahari, Kalyanji Anandji, all top music directors. So I went with them. I went with him and sitting with them, and I was observing in a bit. My dad was narrating a line, and the director doesn't like. Then he came home and he told me, you understand why he doesn't like. Then he give me the example and he elaborate me and he tells no, this is the reason. And now what I'm writing, come tomorrow and see. The moment I will give him this line, he will immediately like that. And that happened. So slowly, I understand. That's the reason. If I will tell you, Raagiinii ji, from 1980 till now, what is the reason behind not a single writer become so much popular like us, like Bakshi Saab, like my father, like Majnu Saab? Because the reason is they doesn't understand the technicality of the film writing. Most of the people are coming from outside. They are taking so much time for struggle and all, and then if once they got 1, 2, 3 hit songs, and after that they run away from here because they doesn't follow the process. They doesn't understand the medium. So it is very big tragedy because during that period when my dad was there, see, I will name it. Bakshi Sahab, Majru Sahab, Gulshan Babra, Verma Malik, Rajendra Krishan, Anand. So many writers, successful writer was there. But nowadays, if I will ask you, you might be know about 2-3, maximum 8-2-3 writers. After that, you didn't know even a single name. And whoever popular also, they have got certain limitations. So that is the reason why the lyricists and poets are very, very different categories.
With your answer, another question clicked in my mind, Samirji.
Yeah.
That is your dad and Bappi ji and disco dancer, right? It's a huge combination. Huge combination. I want to know that you just said that Bappi da ke saath, your experience, if you can share a little light on it.
Yeah. Bappi da, when I worked with him, I think wrote 2-3 films with him. Even in the last when he expired also, I sat and I wrote 3-4 songs with him. And he was very nice person, and he was very big fan of my father. And I think my father and Indivarji has given him maximum 8 number. But he was very emotionally connected with my father. Because in this industry, everybody called my father, he's God man. He was so honest, he was so simple, he was so down to earth. So Bappi liked that quality of his very much, And from there also, when in the beginning I was going with that with Bappi Lahiri, he doesn't understand. He was not knowing that I want to become a songwriter. And finally, one day when my father opened this story and he says, then he was so happy. No, I will give him break. But luckily, unluckily, that break I have got from somewhere else. So, Bappi Lahiri, he was, I think, one of the very, very successful and very different kind of music. He creates his own world. They created very different kind of music, and that is still very popular in youth and everywhere. It was not very easy because when he entered, that was the Lakshmikant and R.D. Burman era was going, and compete with them, it was not easy to surpass them and become a successful music director. But Bappi that he understand the mathematics of music. He can program his song, he can record his song, he can play his instruments. So he was very knowledgeable. And when he entered in this industry, he was very young. And he did lots of struggle also. After that, he became successful. So, and my father never ever forget him. He always told me. But I think my luck doesn't work with him. And I worked with 2-3 films, but film not did very well. Even the songs was not very happy, not very successful. But finally, whatever, that another story. But I admire him. I liked his kind of music, and I'm praying if somebody creates such magic during this period, because during that time it is so difficult to understand who is the music director. Everybody is giving the similar kind of song. You can so easily that time pinpoint this is the R.D. Burman music, this is the Lakshmikant music, this is the Kalyanji Anandi music. But now it's all in chaos. You can't understand, okay, who is the music director and what is the difference between these two.
Well said, Samirji. I totally agree with it. Even the voices are also so similar. You cannot even identify the voices also. Before before you heard someone, you can easily say that who is that person who is singing in the male voice or the female voice. Yeah.
Correct.
And also, by talk as I'm talking to you, one thing is coming in my mind, like a song. We always refer the singer. It's a very few times that we refer the lyricist or the music composer. We always say कि उन्होंने गाया है, or this is the song sung by this artist. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि like we all should really focus into the whole teamwork, और जैसे अभी भी चल रहा है वो ऐसा ही चले?
See, it is very good questions, and I want to answer this very in very detail because see, the fans, who liked our music or they sing our song and whatever. But this is the very sad part of our life with our career, and most of the people doesn't bother to read that who is the writer who wrote this song. They just want interested to hear who is the singer, maximum who is the actor and who is the actresses. That's all. And very, very rarely and very few times they understand the music depth. Because the reason behind, because all these people are performers. Singers perform on stage, the actors perform on the screen, but the songwriters always behind the screen. They are always behind the curtain. So their face value is zero. Nowadays, slowly, because of this digital world and because of television, now people little bit follow us and they recognize us also. And but still, that I want to request to each and everyone nowadays, they are doing the more worse things. Now, during that period, 90s, when we started our journey, Nadeem Sravan told that before film poster, our poster has to be uh, 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 everywhere, and you have to give holding on every signal. And that was started from us only. And during that period, it was not possible me to go outside the road and I can move alone, because then people follow me, they will run behind me, and slowly, then the team, the next they started doing again, and they are not putting the song on the screen only. They put the lyric writer name, music director name somewhere in that rolling title, and they are trying to uh, avoid them as much as possible. And there is the strategy, there is the reason behind, and we all are understanding, but we are slowly planning to come out from that, and we slowly wants to create some law that they have to give the proper name of music director, lyric writer. They have to give the respect to us, because the music is the biggest part of any successful film. And see, that is the reason why the day by day music is deteriorating, why films are not doing, because they are not giving importance to music. And if they will not, in future, you will see that the Bollywood is going to be finished. Because from India, they cannot even imagine film without music. You just give me one name who the film which created history, and that music was not up to the mark, not great. So, and during my period, 90s, the film was doing good only because of music. There were the all new stars. See the Asiki, the burning example. See the Fool or Kante. See the Kayamat se Kayamat Tak. See the Dil. That time they all were new. There was the first film, second film. So because of music, so that is the power of music. That is the power of the team, and that producer, director, and music company should understand, and they have to give the serious note on this. Otherwise, they are going to suffer like anything.
Samiji, your favorite moment? I know it's been a long time you are in the industry. I know it is very hard to say ki one or two, but if you can share a couple. But I would love to hear something really, I can say, motivating, or I can get more inspiration from those stories. If you can share some of your favorite memorable moments.
My life's the most favorable or unforgettable moment is when I got my first film fare. I dreamed whenever I will get film fare, I will love to get that through my father. During that period, my father was very sick. He has got his paralytic attack third time, and he was not able to move. But when I was nominated and I was little bit hopeful that I might get this award, so I requested my father, if your health is allowing, we will be with you and we will help you, and if you come in this. So because I'm his son and he felt okay, then me, my wife, my mother, and we all took him and he went there. And when the awards announced and I won that award, and Simi Garewal ji was giving me awards, so I requested her, this is my personal request, to please, if I will get this from my father. And they were very happy. They said, oh, we will love. And I was little doubtful how he will come. Raagiinii ji, you can't believe, he was not able to move 2-3 steps also. But when the supports come, he said, no, leave me, I will go alone. He came till the stage, and he has given 2 minutes speech. That was memorable speech. He told me that this black lady was my biggest dream, but I never ever achieved that. It was not because that I was not deserving. I deserve also so many times. That is a story. Forget that. But I have taken one oath. If my son will come this industry, he will fulfill all my dreams, which I never ever did. And this is not the Samir Award. This is my second journey, and I am announcing this with confidence that whatever I dreamed, he will achieve and he will give me. And I started crying, and I was so much emotional. If I would even sometimes, if I am talking front of public, I get so emotional. That moment I will never ever forget, because after the 4-5 years, after that 4-5 years, he expired also. So that moment I always remember. And when I got my first successful film, Dil, when that film got hit, I can't tell you, we were so happy, because after 9-10 years, I achieved my destination. And then after so many stories, when 1997, when my father expired, and there was the worst period of my life, because all my backbones had finished. Gulshan Kumar was killed. TIFF's owners, Ramesh Torani, was behind the bar. Nadeem Shravan left the country. Anand Milind was having very less work. So I felt what to do now. And I was in my native place, and when I was coming back, I felt, should I go to Mumbai back or I should not? And finally I came Bombay, and that was my father's blessing. The moment I reached home, the first call came from Yash Chopra, and that film was offered me, that Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. From there, my second journey started. That was the bigger hit than first one. So all those moments is my life's moment that I will never ever forget.
Sometimes people, when they reach at a place, sometimes they totally forget others, or the friends who helped in this journey. And we all think in that ego or that pride that it's me, that I am doing everything, and I am. So I know that you are not that person. You are not that kind of a person. You are very down to earth. You are such a humble human being. But इंसान तो इंसान ही है. तो कभी क्या ऐसा ख्याल आया दिमाग पे कि I am me, and this is me. So Well, yes, it is a super hit because it's me. Have you ever thought anything like that, or you हमेशा आपने
रागिनी
कभी
जी,
सोचा कि नहीं? हाँ.
रागिनी जी, आप बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं. Whatever I learn or whatever I am today, because my father was the biggest philosopher. He told me one thing. I want to you will be very successful songwriter. That I am not telling because of your confidence. That is because I know you are my son. So I'm 100% sure he will do justice with me and he will achieve your goal. But if you want to make me happy in future, in whenever I'm here or not, I will be very happy when people come to me and tell me कि समीर जी आपका लड़का अच्छा तो लिखता है but he's very nice person, he's very good human being. Then I will bless you and I will be so happy कि you learn something from me. And second thing he told कि see, success and success, this is the part of life. It comes and go. Don't worry about that. But never get changed. You don't change yourself because only two things get changed. That is time and season. After that, if the things are changing, that means there's some problem. Because when you were not successful, that time also you were the same person. When you were successful, you were the same person. So why you feel that this achievement what I got, this is me because of my hard work? This is no. You are nobody. There are the blessing, there are the power, there are the destiny, there are lots of things working behind you. So till now, when you are talking, you have wrote so many films, you have did so many hit songs, then sometimes I realize that okay, that's all. But I never ever feel, even when I'm writing now, when I go tomorrow morning and I will write my first song, my nervousness is like the similar one which I started from my first song. So that things I learned from my father, and I always tell people, success and success should not get you overpower. You should be always behave. When I was writing the Sanjay Leela Bhansali film Samaria, he told me कि sir आप किस मिट्टी के बने आदमी हो यार. Every second hit number is yours and you are meeting me like a कोई struggler writer आ गया यार. So why you don't, Manola Sanjay, that is the reason why I'm here. The moment I felt now I am doing something and I'm Sameer and I wrote so many songs and who's Sanjay Leela Bhansali now. So that's the reason, and till now I am behaving like a learner. Every day I learn something from my juniors, my seniors, the lots of poets which I am listening every day. So that is the reason why I am here, and till my last breath I will walk. That I am sure.
एक क्वेश्चन है, इट्स अ वेरी फनी क्वेश्चन दो समीर जी, कि every director or for every actor, Friday is a big day, right? Any director, producer, actor, Friday is a big day. Any Fridays the movie is releasing. And for the songwriters, when that time starts?
That will come, Raagiinii ji, that will come, and I'm 100% sure, and I'm very much hopeful. See, you can do anything, but you can't stop talents. Talents always speaks, and that broke all the barrier and all the things, because the behind the songwriters efforts are very, very much. People sings only words, not tune. So you cannot forget about their effort and their achievement. But sometimes some things comes and we have to surpass that, and we should not be worried. We have to continue to work harder and keep the thought about the bigger things, not all that. And the time will come. Now, slowly, the time is changing, and I'm very much hopeful that after 2-3 years, it is going to be very, very musical, going to be start very, very musical era.
मैं एक चीज पूछना चाहूंगी आपसे समीर जी, that what you love to do, or I can say that what are your other hobbies except writing?
See, whenever I'm not writing for film, I'm writing my books. I'm writing my autobiography. I'm writing my poetry book, which I never ever tried to write in the film. So all those are with me. So my first book already published with Vani Prakashan, it is already in the market, that called the Samirana Geet. And my second book is also ready. That name is Shishe Ka Samandar. And my 2-3 books are coming about my film story, about my collection of my songs. So lots of other things. And whenever I am free, because I have never ever given time to my family, so I am giving as much as time possible with my children, with my wife, with my relatives. And whenever other time, if I will get little bit, I move, and I love to see the world. And most of the time I want to be with the scenario and the natures and the hills and the flowers and all that. So separate time I do all that.
Oh, that is lovely. That is lovely. Friends, I know that you want to hear more from Samirji, but we have to go. And that is why we have to say goodbye to him as well. But I know that you want to hear more magical moments of his life. Why not we bring him maybe sometime next time, right? There is always a word next time, and I do believe that he would love to do so as well. So समीर जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आज आने के लिए हमारे साथ, रहने के लिए, and it was such a wonderful magical musical time that I have spent with you, and I know that there are so many more to discuss, to talk, and to let our viewers know. लेकिन जाने से पहले एक चीज पूछना चाहूंगी, that if you can share your thoughts to those who are really struggling and thinking that, hey, I am going to give up on my writing because nothing is coming on my way. So please share your words of wisdom for them.
See, I told you in the very beginning, you will never ever lose anything. You will achieve everything. Do only 2 things. Do your hard work and never ever get negative. Be always positive, think always positive, and you just think, if I can achieve something, why not you? Even you can, but the mantra which I have given you, you have to follow that. That's the only thing I can tell. Whoever is coming in this industry, I always tell them, you hear all the story, you just go through with all the legendary people interview and learn things, how they become legends and how they become successful. You will learn lots of things from here. You will get so much inspiration from there. So they have to go through this process. There is no other mantra which I can tell you, take one crocin tablet and then you become successful. No. There is the you have to have patience. You have to give some times, because what if you want to become a doctor, you have to give at least 15 to 13 years for your study. You cannot become a doctor in 1 day or 2 days or 1 year. So if you want to become a successful songwriter, you have to give some time. Hi, I'm lyricist Samir Anjaan, and I'm coming on Star Darbar with my favorite host Raagiinii. Please, you must watch this. So I can tell the newcomers, do your hard work, have patience, give some time. I'm 100% sure you will achieve this goal, because if I can, why not you? Anybody can achieve, but follow the path and go through the process. Without going through the process, you cannot achieve anything. That is the only mantra of success.
समीर जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. And the way you have spoken, that's really beautiful. And I do believe all the budding artists, never lose your hope. Try your best. And as he really described, that you have to go with the process, So please, please, please never lose hope. If you are honest and doing something right, yes, you are going to see the ray of hope, the success of life. I do believe that you really enjoyed this fantastic episode. And yes, we are almost there for our Christmas Eve. And I do have plans. I do believe you do so. So why not? Let's plan our Christmas Eve. And you know what? Hey, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to be back again next Wednesday with another fantastic year-ending episode with somebody very special in your favorite show, Star Darbar, only with me, Raagiinii, and only on Mana TV International HD. So, my global viewers, thank you so much for watching. And of course, keep subscribing in our YouTube channel, that is Mana TV. And of course, do come back for our Facebook page, that's also Mana TV. Till I see you next week, please stay safe, stay well, and have a fantastic, joyous celebration of Christmas worldwide. Take care. Good night.